clear and clean. You visualize, you magnetize the energy to make the thought real. That's how you manifest.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Callista, thank you so much. Are we running?
You're ready?
Awesome. Thank you so much. Sometimes it just jumps off of that tripod,
It
doesn't
decided to take a dive.
it? Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How are you this lovely? Gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful morning, and our beautiful neighborhood, and our beautiful people. Yay.
Beautiful music.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Roy Martin.
Hey, Roy.
Yeah, he let me sing with him today.
And depending where you park, you might get your car washed today, too. It's
see
doing
that.
a little different thing
It
there.
is, it is. So let's just start out by taking a deep breath here. We gather together as CSL to learn and to share and to practice living the life in God that we were meant to live. And at CSL, we see this abundant life as the divine right of all humanity. Indeed, it is the destiny of humankind. A world that works for everyone. So I invite you to breathe into that, a world that works for everyone, and relax into this space and feel the presence of love. Feel that love expand within you, warming your heart. It purifies your body, and it shines forth from within you as a bright light that merges with all the bright lights here today. And together we release this beauty and the healing power of the one source from within us as we speak our purpose statement together, which is on your handout. So let's speak that together right now. As an intentional spiritual community, the purpose of CSL is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that we are all unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody the truth of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday life. Through the exploration of new thought, ageless wisdom, and the energy of unconditioned love, we are dedicated to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence in the world.
I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my mind, and I will listen, Holy Spirit. I will listen. perfect place within my life, and I will listen, Holy Spirit. I will listen. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
As we make a quiet place together this morning, we recognize the oneness of all life, one source of all, one life living in, through, and as all people, all things. One essence moving in, through, and as all things, situations, events, and circumstances. This one life is the life of God expressing as this present moment right now, right here. As we tune in together to this moment, we meet each other in love and understanding. We unify with God, the creator and maintainer of life, as we join together in love for all. We see the unifying force of love as our common golden thread with all of humanity. We recognize love as our source and strength. We align together right now with our hearts and minds open to the subtle flow of goodness everywhere present. Infinite intelligence and divine wisdom guide us to a more abundant experience of life as we listen with our hearts and respond with compassion and understanding. All people are equal in value in the mind of God. All of us are immersed in a living stream of awareness which is awakening within us right now. Awakening to the idea that all is God and all is good. And we claim this good as our good right now. We claim the presence of perfect peace as our peace of mind. And all fear of lack and limitation dissolve. We know this infinite, invisible supply is everywhere present and available to all. And we claim our wholeness in mind, body, and soul. As we move through this life, growing stronger in our faith of a friendly, supportive universe. Our gratitude naturally fills our being, and appreciation fills our hearts. We give thanks for all those involved in creating the services, the music, the messages, the programs and classes, the fellowship, the prayers, the support systems, the inner and outer workings of this center. And so from this common space of loving fulfillment, we release these thoughts and these words of abundant well-being into the creative field of spirit, knowing that they return fulfilled by the law of God. And so together we say, and so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I think that means amen and hallelujah in morning dove language.
Amen.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? Beautiful birds are joining in. So I have a couple quotes, and they're on your handout. And because of the theme for this month, I have chosen some quotes from Shakti Gawain to share with you on here. And so I'm just going to read a couple of them out loud. We always attract into our lives whatever we think about most, believe most strongly, expect on the deepest level, and imagine most vividly. She says, it is often very helpful to use creative visualization in picturing yourself as a more relaxed, open person, flowing, living in the here and now, and always connected with your inner essence. Thank you, Shakti. I didn't really know or realize that she had died in 2018 until I was looking up, because I have her books and such, but it doesn't tell you in the books, right? You got to get on the internet. And so I was looking those up so I didn't have to look through the book to find it, and saw that she had passed in 2018. And what an incredible, interesting life she had. So, where are we? I'm trying to do... We're ready to start. Here we are. I'm right here all this time.
We're just beginning.
This is just beginning. That's right. So here we are. This is June 2021. Can you believe it? June 2021, the 6th month, halfway through the year.
Whoa.
Yeah. So our theme for the whole year of 2021 is empowerment. The 10 Laws of Manifesting, based on the book by John Randolph Price. So I thought that it would be a good time being halfway through. So we're on number 5 and there's 10 and it's the 6th month. We're halfway through. So I thought it'd be a good time for a review of what we've studied so far, okay? Before we move into this 5th law of the month. So according to John Randolph Price, these laws come in order, always. And we are constantly using them. We're using them short term, we're using them long term, we're using them right now in the present moment, we're using them each time we go through a process. Sometimes it's a fast process, sometimes it takes a year, maybe 10 years to go through these. He says we can consciously use these laws or principles to start manifesting our dreams and our desires, and to stop manifesting from our unconscious or subconscious thoughts or our lesser self, like we talked about last week, to stop manifesting from those thoughts and beliefs. Because you see, we're always manifesting something, right? Creating is our nature because we are made in the image and likeness of God. God, the greatest creator of creation itself. We can't not create. The question is really, what are we creating? And just to clarify here, we don't create in the sense that we have any power of our own to cause something to happen. The only power is in God, in which we too have our beingness. And because of that relationship, it hooks us up with the creative power of God, and it gives us a role to play in manifesting our lives. So I think it's always important to realize that the power is in God, and the instrument is us or our mind. We bring that power into fruition into our physical lives. So it is done unto us as we believe in our hearts. The power works through our subconscious mind, our heart space, and brings those things to pass for us. So we want to start looking at, what do we believe in our hearts? Okay, so to believe in your heart is that place where you don't think about it anymore. Sometimes we have stuff that we have accepted as beliefs that we don't think about anymore, that we would rather really not have acting out in our lives. And so it behooves us to start thinking or looking at all the beliefs that we have. Sometimes that helps to look at the outside of our life, at what's happening in our life. And sometimes we need to not focus our attention there. So because we are experiencing a duality, we need to keep the whole picture in mind. And a lot of times it all seems like a paradox. It's very contradictory sometimes, because that's how duality works. But in the spirit world, there is no duality. In the spiritual realm, there is no duality. In that higher vibration of beingness, there is no duality. So these 10 laws of manifesting help us to not only see what we now believe, but to consciously choose new beliefs and to bring into fruition a life more abundant with good. Anybody up for a life more abundant with good? Deliberately, instead of unconsciously creating out of the past beliefs and the old habits that we have. Okay, so we always start with attunement. Attunement is the first law that he talks about for manifesting, and this makes perfect sense. We need to align with the creative power. We have to align with the actual power, which we call God, to be sure that our manifestation has the full power of the infinite wisdom behind it. Okay? We attuned through our spiritual practices, through prayer, meditation, forgiveness, contemplation, gratitude. through a spiritual journal. Our spiritual time is how we attune. Do you see how important spiritual time is? It's the first law, okay? We studied that by saying, remember, if in doubt, silence, okay? If you're going crazy, if for some reason you've got all these fear thoughts, anything, this doubt, something's coming upon you, deep sadness, whatever, if in doubt, just go to silence to begin with. Listen to your breathing, okay? We get quiet, we go into meditation. That's where we find our integrity, okay, is in that silence. The second law is choice. Unselfish, good for all desires come forth as an activity of our higher mind, okay? Unselfish, good for all choices come forth as an activity of attuning and aligning with God. So out of attunement comes a heart's desire, stirring us to realize that God wants to do more for us and through us. It's amazing how many choices we really have in any given moment. I play this game. I play all kinds of spiritual games with myself because I want to be in meditation all the time. So I play a game called Infinite Choices, and I do this with my mom a lot because she has a little dementia going on, and it's easy to get stuck. Not just with dementia, I'm telling you, it's easy to get stuck in a loop of thinking, right? That's just not taking you into a good place. And it's also easy to get stuck thinking you only have one or two choices in your life in any given moment. But if you really think this game I play is called Infinite Choices, and I say to myself, well, Brenda, if you really wanted to, I could go out in the street and do a dance right now and scream and holler. Okay, I could go out and give everybody a hug right now. I could go to the neighbor's house and ask if, do you want to make me some breakfast? I could go, do you see all the things? You got to get crazy and say all of the things that you could do before you realize I have infinite choices all the time of what I could do. And somehow that lightens up. It puts a lightness into my life. That's just a little aside here. Let me get back on track. Choose the choice with the feeling of the highest excitement for you. Some of us don't know what highest excitement is, okay? Something, even in the moment, if you have two choices and one of them gives you a little bit higher excitement than the other one, go for that and let that lead you to the next thing that gives you highest excitement, okay? That is your soul's desire. And then you will be choosing wisely, okay, and righteously in alignment with divine wisdom is what I want to say. In accord with divine law. I had it written right there. I just needed to say it. And as we do that, our faith in this God presence grows stronger and stronger and stronger. So that's choice. The third law is acceptance. Can I accept this choice as a possibility for me? Can I even accept it as a possibility, whatever this choice may be? I say yes. Yes, I accept myself as worthy of this desire. Are you worthy of your desires? I accept that my good is within me. I accept the change that I must become. That's my tab. The fourth law that we just came off of is have, H-A-V-E. That's kind of funny. We begin to work with positive statements about our desires. We talked a lot about affirmations, claiming to have them right here and now, instead of blaming our problems on others, right? We gain confidence in our ability to focus our attention in the direction of our highest good by practicing doing it. Always keeping in mind that it's the Father that doeth the works. It's the Father or God that has the power. The works happen through my thoughts, through my words, and through my actions. I step aside and I allow Spirit to empower my attention. Full steam ahead with I am statements. So use your affirmations. I am the fullness of the bounty of my source right now. That can raise your vibration just like that. Okay, use your affirmations. So the fifth law of manifesting, according to John Randolph Price, is visualization. So this month of June, we'll be studying a little bit about visualizing our desires or visualizing our good, which is different than visioning, okay? And we haven't really talked so much about visualization, so we're going to do that a little bit. I want to see if my tablet is working here. It is, it's really hard to see. So this is John Randolph Price out of the book Empowerment. I'm just going to read a little bit about his fifth law, visualization. It says, when you use the imaging powers of your mind, you are working as self, and that's with a capital S, works. Through the power of creative visualization, you are in the closest proximity to the activity of God mind. Ooh, I am going to read that again, because do you not want to be in the closest proximity of God mind? So creative visualization puts you in the closest proximity of divine mind. Remember that energy follows thought, and it is through controlled imagination that unconditioned energy is conditioned into thought forms which produce the effects on the physical level. You create form out of thought substance through your power to visualize. Through your power to visualize, either by sharp and distinctive mental pictures or by sensing and feeling the image of fulfillment and completion in your mind. So he gives two ways to use visualization there. I say, what? Use them both. Right? Okay. So, I chose the focus for this first week of June as a lead-in to visualization. So today I am calling this clearing out the dead stuff. Okay? I remember a landscaper a long time ago saying to me when I had him come about my yard, and I was fixing it up. And he says, the very first thing to do, Brenda, is to clear out all the dead stuff. And boy, was he right. Cutting away all the dead branches and the dead out of the rose bushes and the other garden areas really allowed the stuff that was alive to thrive even more. And it immediately looked cleaner and more in order than before. Y'all know that, right? Everybody's experienced that. I have since noticed how often this is true in nature. From pruning a houseplant, taking off all, the dead leaves on a houseplant, to revitalizing a city. The natural world thrives better when we can let go of the dead stuff and care for and nurture the aliveness. And the other day I was watching Roy clear out some of the dead tree branches, and I started thinking about how much dead stuff that I carry around in my life. Some physically, some mentally and emotionally. And I think of dead stuff as old ideas and habits that are sucking the life out of me and sucking the life out of my new ideas that are trying to take form. Things that don't empower me anymore or make me feel good about myself, but instead they lead me to dead feelings. These can be habits or actions, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets that I just continue to engage in, knowing even that they're holding me back from where I might prefer to be. Anybody relate to that kind of thing at all? So we all have some dead stuff hanging around. And I like to call, this is my spiritual game for dead stuff, I like to call it remnants, okay? remnants of who I used to be. It just comes up to remind me so that I can make a choice right then and say, "Nyah, nyah. Get thee behind me, Satan." You know, I'm moving on from that. So instead of wishing it wasn't there or denying that it's there, or more likely, this is what we do, we criticize ourselves for allowing it to still be there, we can just start clearing it out. We can clear it away. One habit, one unproductive thought at a time. Baby steps, I realize. Baby steps work wonders. We know what needs to go, don't you? Y'all know what needs to go. And now we have to ask, what is my payoff for keeping it around? Because we do have some kind of payoff. I can't tell you what that payoff is. That comes from your wisdom from within you, what the payoff is, okay? And it takes an incredible amount of truthfulness with your own self. That's it, just your own self, okay? So today I would like to lead you through a brief meditation to help us clear out some of the stuff that may be not serving us so well any longer. Okay, so I just invite you to get comfortable into any kind of a comfortable position here. Do the best you can in blocking out some of the noises. If something comes in, why don't you just give it a gratitude, thank you, and let it pass if something interrupts you. So, I'm going to do a little bit of music in between here and just guide you through a little meditation to maybe let go of some stuff.
10,000 flowers in spring, the moon in autumn, cool breeze in summer, snow in winter. If your mind isn't clouded by unneeded things, this is the best season of your life. If your mind isn't clouded by unneeded things, this is the best season of your life.
So just get yourself comfortable, relaxed. Take a deep breath. Breathe. Inhale. Slow down. Release your exhale, just feeling your body relax just a little bit deeper.
Thousand flowers in spring, the moon in autumn, cool breeze in summer, snow in winter. If your mind isn't clouded by unneeded things, this is the best season of your life. If your mind isn't clouded by unneeded things, this is the best season of your life.
Just continue to sit here for a moment, noticing your breath. Feel the natural rise and fall of your chest as it fills with and releases air. Feel the air a little cool on your nose as you breathe in, a little bit warm on your nose as you breathe out. Recognize the small spaces of nothingness in between your breaths.
"10,000 flowers in spring, the moon in autumn, cool breeze in summer, snow in winter. If your mind isn't clouded by unneeded pain, this is the best season of your life. If your mind isn't clouded by unneeded pain, this is the best season of your life.
So see yourself as you are right now, as if you're standing just a few feet from where you are, observing yourself meditate. And notice that there are little particles of sand swirling softly around your head. These are your thoughts, your worries, your ideas, your dreams, and your desires. And they're just moving around you, harmlessly, swirling in smooth patterns, just waiting for you to call upon any one of them. But there you sit amidst them all, calm, eyes closed, breathing, connected to your higher self. And then you notice that one of these grains of sand is significantly bigger than the rest. It's a rock. It's heavy. And it's interrupting the melodious pattern of the other grains of sand around you. Take a deep breath in and bring your attention to that rock. This rock is no longer serving you. It's interrupting your flow. It's weighing you down. It may even be causing a bit of internal or external chaos. Just notice this rock and how it is no longer in sync with your rhythm. What does this rock represent to you? What is not working for you anymore? A relationship? A job or a business? A limiting belief? Maybe a habit? What feels heavy and out of flow for you right now? Hold the vision of this answer in your mind as you look at the rock. Now take a deep breath in, filling your belly with air. And as you exhale, see yourself gently grabbing the rock and taking it away from the beautiful swirl of sand around you. And as you feel the intense weight of it in your hands, Bring it to your chest, holding it close to your heart. Bow your head and say a silent thank you for this rock. Thank you for what it has been for you. Thank you for who it has helped you to become. If there's any negativity there, resentment, anger, bitterness, or fear, just recognize it and allow more gratitude to flood in. Thank you. And now stretch your arms out in front of you as your hands open up with the rock. Close your eyes and whisper to yourself, I release you. And watch as the rock fades into nothingness. Take a deep cleansing breath. Feel your body hum with the lightness of gratitude. And as you exhale out, observe the physical and emotional space that you have just opened up. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring yourself back to this present moment. And as you open your eyes, let yourself feel flooded with confidence and peace, knowing that letting go of what no longer serves you is a powerful act of self-love. Continue to take this leap of faith, letting go, trusting that the source that created you will continue to maintain and sustain you. Lose yourself in this beautiful ocean of unconditioned love that we call God, always available and always surrounding you, pressing in upon you, maintaining and sustaining you in perfect wholeness. And allow it to flourish and birth new, exciting life through you and as you today. Start today.
Thirsty, my soul can whatever you want to. I'm standing knee deep, but I'm out where I've never been. And I feel you coming, and I hear your voice on the wind. Would you come and tear down the boxes that I have tried to put you in? Let love come, teach me who you are again. Would you take me back to the place where my heart was only about you, and all I wanted was just to be with you? Come and do whatever you want to. Further and further my heart moves away from the shore. Whatever it looks like, whatever may come, I am yours. Further and further my heart moves away from the shore. Whatever it looks like, whatever may come, I am yours. Then you crashed over me, and I lost control, but I'm free. I'm going under. I'm in over my head. And you crashed over me, and that's where you want me to be. I'm going under. I'm in over my head. And whether I sink or whether I swim, oh, it makes no difference when I'm beautifully in over my head. And whether I sink or whether I swim, it makes no difference when I'm beautifully in over my head. And I am beautifully in over my head. Beautifully in over my
So I would just like to end this with another quote from Shakti Gawain from her book, Creative Visualization. She says, "Let us imagine that life is a river. Most people are clinging to the bank, afraid to let go and risk being carried along by the current of the river. At a certain point, each of us must be willing to simply let go and trust the river to carry us along safely. At this point, we learn to go with the flow, and it feels wonderful. Once we have become accustomed to being in the flow of the river, we can begin to look ahead and guide our course onward, deciding where the course looks best, steering the way around boulders and snags, and choosing which of the many channels and branches of the river we prefer to follow, all the while still going with the flow. So as we continue this week, our work, as we continue to clear out our dead stuff and prepare our garden of life for the dreams and desires of our soul that are waiting to burst forth as in full color, as we let go of what's not working, then we make room for the divine to work through us, and our light shines forth just a little bit brighter. We're becoming shiny, happy people. Holding hands. And our life is brighter, happier, more inspiring, uplifting others, encouraging the whole world to come alive in love. My last quote is by Howard Thurman, and I know you've heard it, but I love it. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Words are in your program.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every starshine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
All right, so this is the time that we give from the heart, our offering time. Your affirmation is in the program, so I would love all of us to say that affirmation together. And the song that we're going to sing, we'll sing this song all month. It is in the program as well under songs, so you can sing with us. So first of all, our affirmation: my supply is unlimited, because God is unlimited, and God is my supply.
I have a vision dancing through my bones. I feel a passion burning in my heart. I know the truth resting in my soul. Use me, Spirit, use me. Use me, Spirit, use me. I have a vision dancing through my bones. I feel a passion burning in my heart. I know the truth
right, so if we could just take a moment, each one of you individually being grateful for this offering. This offering goes out, it allows us to spread this message into the world just by doing what we're doing right here today. So I'm so grateful for that, and I see this love seeping out into this neighborhood, into the city of Delta and the state of Colorado and the USA, and indeed the whole world and the universe.
Oh, yes.
Amen. We're not used to doing
Thank
all
you,
of
Lou as Brenda. Brenda as Lou, Lou as Brenda.
So these are the new Claiming Our Good. If you will recognize those, are like the handout that I had given earlier on that rainbow colored. They're not all of them, but some of them. And I thought this is perfect when we're talking about a month of visualization. Seeing yourself this way is a really great way to visualize. And what I'd like when you read these things, don't let them just be words. Let them be words that have life. Okay? Let them come alive in you. And the only way to do that is when you read them is to really take them into your mind and imagine how you are when these are true. Okay? So what we're trying to do is gather up that energy, and we're raising your vibration, because as you raise your vibration in your mind, in your body, in your soul, then you will be at the vibration of better ideas. Okay, you will be putting yourself at a higher vibration where better ideas come upon you. Okay, all right. So here we go, all the way down. I see myself energetic, inspired, and enthusiastic. I see myself poised, confident, and filled with the power of absolute faith. I see myself as whole and complete, with an all-sufficiency of all things. I see myself joyous, happy, and delighted to be me. I see myself enjoying the goodwill of God every single day. I see myself as the light of the world. I see myself as God being me. And so it is.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I
affirmation is, I am unlimited.